What up, Dokkanners? I have some even better news for you. On top of the fact that we are getting a dual Dokkan Festival and Raid Cell Saga celebration on JP, the even better news, I needed some time to calm down from this one. We are getting Global and JP Golden Week! Simultaneous celebration is upon us, folks. Golden Week has been confirmed to be dropping on Global and JP. Courtesy of iSeriously, the news broke earlier this morning. Probably soon after, about an hour after we got the word of this celebration happening on JP. Now, if some of you guys choose not to believe this and want to wait for the official announcement in-game, that's totally fine. I have no reason to doubt iSeriously at this point anymore, so I will not. I will instead take his word. When he talks about these sort of things, he is always right. So, we are getting this on Global and JP, so what I wanted to do in this video is talk about a little bit more in-depth what the predictions could be for the upcoming celebration. Feel free to join me on this and post your own predictions and theories in the comments down below. Now, before we start, I do want to point out something very interesting. Earlier this year, in March, I talked about how 2 out of my 4 most wanted Dokkan Festival units actually released in 2022. Ginyu and Raditz. Now, obviously, Raditz has proven to be terrible, but it doesn't change the fact that these units are the ones that I wanted, and 2 out of the 4 were given to us in 2022. And now, we have been given a third one, Imperfect Cell. So, I just want this to be on the record in a video. At some point, we might get a King Vegeta Dokkan Festival, and I want every single one of you to come back here and say, you're welcome. Or I want you all to sing my praises on Twitter. I'm cloud chasing. I'm just kidding. So now let's jump in and do some predictions. Looking at last year, the marquee event that was introduced was the GT Edition Legendary Goku event during Goku Day, which will be integrated in the Golden Week festivities. And then on the Golden Week side of things, we have the dual Dokkan festivals, check. The new Dokkan events, check. And we're getting some EZAs, Easy Area, support memories, all that good stuff. So let's see if we can fill out our own simulated version of the Golden Week 2022. Here it is right here. So obviously first we're going to look at the 2 dual Dokkan festivals. I'm going to predict it's going to be an AGL Super Saiyan Goku and an Int Imperfect Cell. Now let's take a look at what the categories could be. I'm going to be honest, folks, I can't think of anything for the new category. I think there's going to be at the very least one new category. Maybe they give us 2 categories, one for Goku that's exclusive, one for Cell that's exclusive, or they share a new one. Last year, GT Goku and Vegeta both shared GT Heroes, so this year they could do something similar, which I doubt, but it is possible. So I couldn't really think of anything for this or that, so I just put 3 question marks. I put Android Cell Saga instead. What I think is going to happen is both of these units are going to share Android Cell Saga, but we're going to have one that caters to a 200% Android Cell Saga featuring Goku's family, and then we're going to have one catering to Android Cell Saga featuring Transformation Boost. So that way we can fully flesh out and really put a stamp on the Android Cell Saga arc. As far as an extra category, if we were to throw one in there, I would say Final Trump Card would be a good one for the Goku, and for the Imperfect Cell, Artificial Life Forms or Androids would be a nice substitute category if we want to abandon the Android Cell Saga title altogether. And now for the mechanics, I talked about this briefly on the last video. I am convinced it's going to be an exchange mechanic. There's no reason for it not to be. Exchanging into the Gohan, sacrificing himself, teleporting away, and then Gohan swaps in. Active skill into Father-Son Kamehameha. That is the best way to get an absolutely amazing animation with voice to really give us a true Father-Son Kamehameha unit. I think that would be a spectacular way to finish off that unfortunate series of units that we got with the whole Father-Son Kamehameha debacle. I say debacle mainly because of AGL LR Gohan's atrocious active skill. Now for Cell. He is leading Android Cell Saga blah 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 with 170%, stat plus 30% for those who belong in Transformation Boost category. For the mechanics, transformation into semi-perfect. Now, the thing about this, folks, I would say objectively it's probably better for it to be on turn 3, but as an Imperfect Cell stan, I'm going to have to be honest with you, folks. I want this to be a turn 5. That does, I would say that probably does reduce the value of the unit, but depending on what it can do, that could end up being a better thing for the unit. Like for the AGL Trunks, for example, that unit is much better off staying untransformed than turning into Super Saiyan Trunks, which means those first few turns, you are landing haymaker after haymaker. If something like that can happen for this Imperfect Cell, I would like that very much, because I don't get to use Imperfect Cell all too often and actually survive. I would like this unit to do just that. So transforming into Absorb 17 Cell will happen at some point, and then the active skill will be Perfect Form. I don't really know if they can integrate as Super Perfect for this one. I actually don't even want to, because we already have enough Super Perfects in other capacities. Let's just have this one be perfect form. It's not too bad. So that's all I could think of for the gimmicks, the mechanics, and for the overall, setup for the unit. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree, disagree. What are your typing choices? What are the categories that you think these guys could lead? Let's move on to the EZAs. For the EZAs, this one was a tough pill to swallow because this was where we received the Destined Heroes combination for the EZA. I wanted this to originally be a thing for the new Golden Week, but since this is Android Cell Saga, there's unfortunately no Android Cell Saga Goku Vegeta pairing that could conceivably work as a new Destined Rivals combination. There's nothing. The only one that I could think of that actually, matches one another would be the free-to-play exchange Goku and the free-to-play exchange Vegeta. And these guys already received their EZAs. So I really don't know what they're going to be doing in terms of Destined Rivals. They're probably just going to put that on hold. And instead, we have to get some sort of other noteworthy duo EZA. What better than LR AGL Gohan and the LR Int Perfect Cell? Obviously, this would mean some sort of a revamp. I don't know if we want to say revamp or improvement or overhaul, complete breakdown of this stupid active skill and have it change from the ground up. We'll have to wait and see, but I really think that this would be the perfect opportunity to give this guy a true EZA, a 180% Kamehameha lead. I think that would be fantastic for a unit that raises defense like crazy, also has a much better active skill to transform. The nuking effect with this unit would be off the charts. So I would love to see this guy receive an EZA. Obviously, Imperfect Cell as well would be great. Big Bad Bosses, really chunky unit, also has the perfect heal when we fall below 30%. Maybe increase that to 40. How busted would that be? Along with that, we would probably maybe see some sort of a free-to-play EZA. So I was thinking either the Battlefield units EZAs or Super Strike Tech Piccolo. This would be the second installment of the Super Strike event renewal on Global and the fourth on JP, I believe, which would be a nice fair substitute instead of the free-to-play or easy area for just one unit. Have it be Super Strike instead. Or maybe even the AGL and Int Super Vegeta. I kind of just threw that in there as an obligatory Vegeta fan having to say something. The Battlefield free-to-play easy area would apply to two units in particular that I really want to see improved. This AGL Android 18 and the Int Krillin. These two units definitely deserve some sort of an improvement because I gotta say, I've used the Krillin a lot more than the Android 18. I don't even use the Android 18 at all. I don't think I ever used her once. And this guy's really not that powerful anymore given the power creep and everything. The free-to-play units need to keep up. If this unit doesn't receive an EZA, it massively devalues and it kind of undercuts the amount of effort and payments that went into actually buying this unit from the Battlefield shop. Battlefield memory is not cheap, people, so actually going out and buying this unit, it better be worth it. So I think that they are high deserving of EZAs and overall awakenings. Now back to the marquee event. I talked about this. The GT Legendary Goku event last year was the marquee event. What could we potentially see this year? My prediction is actually going to be a new Collection of Epic Battles stages. If you guys recall, Collection of Epic Battles is basically just a series of battles that take place within a particular saga. And it was supposed to commemorate the various sagas in the Dragon Ball timeline. This was released last year during the 350 million download celebration, where we only got Namek Saga. Since then, this event has seen absolutely no attention, no support. As you can see in the artwork, we've got Cell, Frieza, Buu, and Vegeta, so we got to be covering the four main arcs. Now that we've finished the Namek Saga, we are now entering a pretty big deal in terms of what sagas we're covering. I think this would be a great opportunity to give the Cell Saga its mark in the Collection of Epic Battles. We've had a ton of Dokkan Festival units. We've had a ton of representation throughout this year. I think this would be a nice way to kind of act as a bookend to an epic saga of Android Cell action. So I think that will be the new marquee event that we get. And then also on top of that, a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, Peton Battle, and what's the other one? Peton Battle and Chain Battle. That's it, Chain Battle. And then lastly, I did want to talk about the Part 2 LR. We'll probably save this for another video, but real quickly, I think the Part 2 LR will be STR. And these are some of my predictions. I have a lot more, but my main four predictions are going to be these four units. The Z Fighters #1. I think Z Fighters would be really cool because they helped so much in the victory over Cell. But I have heard that apparently this wasn't in the manga. This shot of the warriors helping Gohan out was never in the manga. I never knew that, but I don't care. I want this to be a thing. So LR Z Fighters I think would be pretty cool. Categories would be trash, but I think overall if the unit is good, nobody would care about that. Super Trunks would be a great option. Super Trunks as an LR would be cool. The part right after Vegeta loses consciousness and Trunks takes over against Perfect Cell, that would be a fun one. LRTN versus the semi-perfect Cell when he uses Tri-Beam to keep him at bay. That could be a cool one. And LR Piccolo, an actually good LR Piccolo who is able to hold his own against Android 17. Why not give him an able-bodied LR instead? So there you have it, folks. Those are some of my predictions on the upcoming Golden Week celebration. As I said, this has been confirmed by iSeriously, but if you really want to wait for official in-game news, I would imagine we'll probably get it a few hours after refresh today, or maybe later on tonight. Just keep in mind that things are probably going to be picking up pretty fast in terms of unit reveals, data downloads, breakdowns, and previews. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and you guys are ready for all things Imperfect Cell. This is my favorite villain, and I want to reign with this unit stat. So look forward to some pretty cool stuff moving forward. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think the new category lead could potentially be for each of these units, Goku and Cell? And what EZA do you want to see other than LR Cell and LR AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? Name one other unit in the Android Cell Saga category that you think deserves an EZA badly. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.
Piccolo, Trunks.